welcome to first episode of NPCs of Tal'dorei. That's us, we're the NPCs of Tal'dorei. This is our review of Critical Role episode 93, Bats Out of Hell.
I like how we looked over there to know what we were reviewing.
just in case, yeah. I completely forgot the name and the number, but luckily
and
it's
the
all
show.
Right. Well, I'm pretty sure we all know we're here to review Barney the Dinosaur, right?
This is really awkward.
Is that not what we're doing?
No, that's not what we're doing at
all. No, sorry, it's Wednesday, that's Critical Role, right?
Thursday.
Yeah.
Do you even know what we're doing?
I don't know what we're doing.
We're here reviewing the most recent episode of Critical Role, episode 93, Bats Out of Hell.
Yes, that's what I said. I was just testing him. So myself, my name is Oliver. I'm a dungeon master. This is
I'm Dave. I'm not a dungeon master. I'm a Dungeons & Dragons player and a viewer of Critical Role.
We're both big Critter fans. He's even got the Critical Role t-shirt. He went and saw them. Where was it that you saw them?
In Indianapolis.
Yeah,
at Gen Con 2016.
And I actually went on eBay and bought myself Matt Mercer bracelets just so I can be a bit more like him.
Really?
Yeah, that's really the only reason that
How much did it cost you?
This was like $6 with free international shipping.
$6?
Yeah.
I paid thousands of dollars for mine. I paid $1,000 for a flight over to Indianapolis to see Critical Role, and you're like, I bought this for $6.
Yeah, well, it was actually more like $5.80. Yeah. So, Bats Out of Hell was a great episode. Very climactic. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen it yet, there will be spoilers here. We try and release these episodes, fair after the actual event, so we don't get any spoilers. Because we don't want to do that.
Well, like within a week.
Yeah, as quick as we can.
Like just before the next episode, but well after.
Yeah.
Most recent. In the middle of the week.
So, what did you think of this episode? I thought it was fantastic. I thought there was a lot of cool moments, some really awesome storytelling. I think Matt took it to the next level.
I think it was good. A lot of combat. There was a lot of combat. There wasn't too much of...
Yeah.
There wasn't too much character development, you could say, but there was a bit with Tova.
Guest star Tova.
What's the hero in it?
I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
Okay.
I just know Tova.
We'll just edit that out.
Wait.
The guest star, Noel Stevenson.
Wow, you did that at the top of your head. That's amazing.
I know, I completely just remembered that and did not look it up.
We didn't just spend 5 minutes doing that.
There's not even anything on that screen.
I just realised they can actually see your screen.
Yeah, that's my anime background. See if you can figure out which anime. Yeah, so the guest star Tova was really cool. I thought she stuck to the...
Do you remember her name?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't have... We don't have...
You forgot it already.
No, I remember. It was Noel Stevenson. Yeah. Playing Tova, who I thought her roleplay was really good. I think she's created her character and stuck to what the character's decisions would be in the game.
Yes. I think where a character ended up was right by the character.
Yeah.
I wasn't 100% sold the entire time.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was good.
It always adds a nice dynamic when they have a guest star.
Yeah. Especially one they seem to be friends with.
As
well. Yeah.
I noticed in this episode, while it wasn't heavy on the role playing, Matt's descriptions of hell where they found themselves was beautiful.
It was very good, especially when they got arrested.
Yeah. I like when they got branded as well. That guy was just that guy. They didn't get branded, but they were watching someone get branded in hell.
Yeah.
I just thought that was quite a cool, cruel.
He loves that world. He loves that. He loves hell.
If there's two things about Matt, he loves hell and he loves lair actions as well.
And torture.
Yeah. He's probably a sociopath, but...
Marisha's a lucky lady.
Yeah.
I did like how they have those moments in Critical Role where they get so into the game that they probably don't realise what they're doing. Like when they were in the prison, they were doing that.
Yeah.
And all of them, most of them were doing that, and I don't think they just did it instinctively. They didn't let's all do this and have a little laugh about it. They just did it.
That's one of the great things. I think also being voice actors, they have that thing where when they're talking character...
Immersion.
Yeah, game immersion, yeah. It really brings them into that world. And Matt has this beautiful way of kind of grabbing a character and having these real intense moments that it's just so on par with their role playing that it really brings the game together.
Yeah, it was a very intense episode, and for the intensity of it, it was rather enjoyable.
Yeah.
Did you feel it was a bit too much combat?
I think
I
think
it
it
would
was
be helped because
yeah.
it was part of the story, and
Yeah.
it's just once in a while you get one of those sessions that's all about combat.
It's a very combat heavy episode.
Yeah.
But I did feel like that was necessary for the creatures they were fighting. Like this is not a wormling or something. This was a pit fiend.
The initial battle, battle with the what was his name?
Well,
Please stand by, Yugash.
Yugash.
I think it probably would be. It's not like a Britain teenager like slagging someone off. Oh, Yugash, man. It's like no, does that? Just edit that bit.
Leave that bit in.
No, I'm editing that bit out.
Yugash. So that's where we got one of the best moments of the game, and one of the worst moments of the game.
Yeah.
The best moment being Grog.
That's right. This episode's MVP is definitely goes to Grog for his ridiculous attack that did over 100 points of damage.
Matthew didn't actually say exactly how much it got. It was just over 100.
He just said over 100.
Yeah.
So he did a move that he can only do once, and that was Action Surge. And that took his 3 attacks up to 5 separate attacks. Every single one of them hit, and he rolled pretty serious damage.
And Laura was just like, what?
Yeah, we didn't get to see what they were rolling, but we could see Laura's reaction.
Yeah.
Go, oh my god.
It was over 100.
It was over 100 points.
And he didn't kill it.
In one round. No, it's true. So that's our MVP for the week. I should have turned my phone off before we started doing this.
We'll
just
jump.
cut that out. I don't know, someone just said, hey, great stuff, but I don't know who that is, and I don't know what they were commenting.
I don't know what that is.
Yes, so
The best moments, Grog doing 100 damage.
MVP of this week definitely goes to Grog, doing over 100 points of damage in a single round. That is absolutely ridiculous. And rolling, hitting 5 times the same creature, 5 times in one round, over 100 points of damage.
Yeah.
Grog, you're a beast. I don't know, man.
He deserves to have like 3 cubs given to him and then taken away. Like, if your DM ever introduced you to
If your player ever just like, hey, I'm just going to take these cubs and suddenly be a Tiger Master.
And then name them, and then I...
No, it's not my fault you named them.
You took them away from me.
Well, you killed their mother. He killed the mother of
To be fair, we didn't know about the cubs at that time.
And then the dad...
It was in the way. We were going down like...
He's never going to let this go.
I'm not going to let it go. I named them.
You slaughtered
I named them. Stefan Jr. was one of them. Name them. Anyway,
MVP goes to Grog this week for doing a ridiculous amount of damage in one attack.
But in the same battle, we did have something also very sad.
It's true.
To Tyrion.
Yeah. Tyrion Darrington has lost his robot. Dodie is...
It has a name. It's not just a robot.
I don't like to form emotional bonds. It makes me harder when I kill off cubs.
You didn't kill them? Wait, did you kill them?
Not yet, but I may at some point. Yeah, Dodie was trapped in hell, and eventually they couldn't get him out, and he'd stopped operating. He's gone. That's the end of Dodie, which is a shame because he was a real cool NPC.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the end though. It was very vague. So the last comment on Dodie, I believe it was he was slowly being dismantled.
Yeah.
Or he was getting pulled apart.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But I mean, if Tova survived, I mean, we could find some way of it being wormed around that.
Yeah.
And that leads to Terry falling.
Yeah.
Terry going unconscious for a little bit.
Not the only person to go unconscious in this episode.
But the only one that did it like in a proper battle. It wasn't just out of the blue. The other one went out of the blue. We'll get to that.
Yeah, that'll be later in the episode.
Yeah. Tova gets the. How would you like to do this?
Yes, guest star gets the how do you want to do this death kill, kill shot. Always cool. I've seen that a few times now on Critical Role.
Yeah.
There was I think it was Merrick took down a dragon.
Yes, that was right.
With his final attack. That's always cool, man. I love the system that uses the how do you want to do this, where they get to describe what the attack does. I think that's really nice.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that you'll be very surprised no one thought of it before he started doing it. Yeah. And then when you start doing it, it's like, yeah. Why wasn't everyone doing it? Wasn't this in the rule book?
Yeah. Something that I want to start doing in my games is when battle starts, putting my hood up, and then when someone makes the killing blow, I take it off. So that's kind of like my signal. We haven't implemented that yet.
Yeah, you're hard enough. Like you slap me during my games.
Oh, he got slapped a lot.
He slapped a lot.
But to be fair, you were being quite lucky.
That's your torture method. No, in the world that we play in, your torture method is just slapping people.
It is, yeah. You just chain them to a wall and slap them until they confess. Yeah.
Shut up! What do you think of the battle with Ugash? Ugash. What do you think overall? You like the character, like how it was done?
I love Matt Mercer.
Matt Mercer?
Yeah, Matt Mercer. I nearly got that right. Matt Mercer, I love, because he's a voice actor, I love that he has this way of endowing this creature with this terrible powers just by the way that he talks.
Yeah.
Ooh, dusk! You know, that kind of thing.
He leans forward when he does that too.
Yeah, he does.
It's like part of the action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was a great battle. And was that the one with the layer actions of the hot oil that came from the roof? Or was that something?
Oh, I can't remember.
Layer actions is something that I've noticed Matt Mercer really loves to do. At a certain point in the round, something triggers.
Yeah.
And at this episode, he had the cages that were falling. I think that was against Ugash. So make a dexterity saving throw, otherwise, boom, you're stuck in a prison, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And the other one was the hot oil that pours from the roof. And again, dexterity saving throw, jump out of the way, otherwise you take serious damage.
Yeah. I think Vox Machina, this battle showed that they're slowly not becoming as cocky anymore.
Yeah.
Like, for a very long time, I think it was the Kraken when they finally stopped being so cocky.
Yeah.
And just rushing into battle, like, yeah, we've got this. We'll see what happens.
It was like that episode where they took on this huge monster. And then, yeah, exactly like you say, just, it's so confident. They didn't even take a long rest. They just went on straight next to the next boss.
Yeah, and then they did the same thing with the Kraken.
Yeah.
They would just swim down, they go through the portal, let's do this.
Yeah.
But this one, they actually thought a little bit of a strategy and kind of, they didn't just rush in there and they held back a lot. Like, you had Vex jumping through the window, doing an action, then running back again.
Yeah.
And not just staying in there.
Yeah.
I think she ran in there, got Trinket in her locker, and then ran out again.
Yeah. One of the
Tyrion throws a lance at the giant. Get that? That is keyless.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Because that's a character moment.
Tyrion wakes up and he sees a giant and he goes, "Oh my god, we're being attacked by a giant!"
Yeah.
And he just runs and attacks it.
I like that.
Tyrion.
And he misses. He misses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sam. I think this is the second episode in a row. Sam actually corrected Matt on a rule.
Right.
Of Matt forgetting a rule.
Yeah.
He's doing recently doing a very good job, like just making sure things are.
Yeah.
I think he does that quite a lot.
It's one of the things you see in the chat room a lot when you're watching the live stream. People go,
correcting. He's like the voice of the chat.
There was this, I think it was this episode where Grog took 18 points of damage halved, and Matt Mercer went, right, 18 points halved to 6. And the chat room was like,
18 points after 6.
Half. That's not what.
No,
but that
happens. It's 9.
You do make a ton of mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, the Dodge Mouse says that, but it's good to know that the players they understand the rules well enough at this point.
These are just 2 of the 3 core books, and they're huge. There's no way we can remember all that. You know?
Yeah, and we have a book on hand when we play our games on Sunday.
Yeah, and I've always got the PDFs on my phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's tricky, and a lot of things, what you have to do is when you forget something like that, you have to go, okay, going forward, it's an implication. You can't go backwards and say, oh, okay, in that case, 2 rounds ago you took an extra 60 points of
you kind of go with it.
Yeah, but it's part of it because
it's kind of like luck in a way of those things that happen that you just own it.
Yeah,
and you don't try and sorry, burp. You just own it and just say that happened the way it did.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Even though you got an extra action when you probably shouldn't have, we don't care. We just go on.
Yeah.
So after the battle, all these demons come down.
Yeah.
And they ended up getting captured.
Yeah.
And they get all chained up.
Not for the first time. Vox Machina has been in many situations where they've been manacled. Sometimes it's they've legitimately got captured. I remember being taken through the 9 hells. They wanted to look like they weren't invading and stuff. So they had people transform and they put themselves in manacles and got taken through as prisoners. Which it's a clever way of getting through something like that.
Yeah, but this time they actually got.
But this time they were legitimate
prisoners.
Yeah. And they were surrounded after, and this was after Dodie had fell.
Yeah, Doty's gone at this point.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Doty.
So the guys show up and they were too innumerable. Doty forever. They were too innumerable and they couldn't fight them. They knew they couldn't.
Yeah.
So they surrendered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, they got chained up, locked up. This is where the branding happens.
And that's where that whole thing was. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about that. I don't know. If
That reminds me of Family Feud. You ever watched that show?
Yeah.
Yeah, they go like,
Yeah.
yeah. That's shit.
With Dark humor.
No, I watched the American one.
Oh, they know.
Yeah,
Mr.
American one's funny.
Oh.
New Zealand one's just a cheap knockoff.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like in New Zealand, we can't afford to write our own news shows.
Yeah, we do.
Well, not well, but.
Didn't they get branded?
Yeah. But
You wanted to talk about this earlier.
oh yeah, the branding was cool. I just thought that was a nice little storytelling element. Yeah, no, the branding I thought was really cool. I thought it was a cool story element, and I thought that's what demons would do. You know, they would brand their prisoners.
They call it moral reassignment and delivery.
Yeah. And again, Matt Mercer's portrayal of demons is something I really enjoy. Just the way that they kind of snarl and it works. Oh, Dantes. Yeah, I'm hugely inspired by Matt Mercer, obviously. In my opinion.
$7.
It's like 5, like 6.
5,000. Well, they lock out, they get out. Grog does the Kamehameha joke.
Yeah.
Travis.
Yeah, I remember that.
I call it Buck Machina.
Okay.
It's a bad Machina.
Okay.
But like...
I don't know if that joke works. I don't know if we can...
It's not really a joke, I just wrote it down.
It doesn't really...
It was just written down there, so bad Machina.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, they get out, they become bats, and they fly down the hallway after the cryptic...
Hence the very clever title of the episode, Bats Out of Hell.
Bats Out of Hell.
Yeah.
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf, yeah.
Did you remember that moment where he goes, where they start talking about what it was, whether it was right, left, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And Matt just has this little bit of a grin.
Yeah, I
He's
did
like,
see that.
Yeah.
Because they were told by this creature, just go left, right, forward, left, right.
And it deliberately said it fast.
Really quickly, and then that demon was gone, so they couldn't get that information again. It was Laura, I think, that got most of it down.
She did,
as soon as
and
started
Travis
doing that,
reaffirmed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Matt was just like,
Yeah. And this, so yeah, they become bats and start flying down the hallways, dodging chain golems and other fiends.
Yeah.
Until the moment where Keyleth gets hit.
Man, that was the moment of the episode for me. Critical hit whilst unconscious. Keyleth gets knocked down on the ground, unconscious. Then creature comes to attack, and you know if that's usually automatic death saving roll.
Yeah.
But the creature rolls critical success on his attack roll, which means Keyleth fails instantly 2 death saves. Boom. So 1 more, she's gone. That's the end of Keyleth.
Yeah.
Not to mention, Keyleth is the only one with plane shift. If they lose Keyleth, they're stuck in hell. Unless they get a scroll of teleportation somehow, which I see very unlikely in the 9 hells. That's it. That's campaign over.
And the funny thing is, they said exactly what everyone else in the chat were probably thinking at the same time as well. Like in the game, they were like, if she dies, we're all screwed.
The chat room was ablaze with these guys going, oh my god, this could be it. This could be the end of the campaign.
Which seems to happen every week.
Yeah, now it's a lot more intense. I remember the early episodes, like maybe like the first 50. They never got to a point where it was near TPK and near death so frequently.
Yeah.
I think Matt's definitely stepping it up.
I think he's stepping it up, but I think he's like trying to get them to step it up as well, because I think they've just been too casual, and that's why Matt had to increase it.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, me personally, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Is that they needed to Matt needed to increase the intensity to get them thinking a bit more than just running in and
standard attack plan.
Pretty much, yeah.
Keyleth, and you can every time this happens, you feel the energy in the chat rooms, and I think like Critical Role was the only thing recently that's made me cry. Like I did not cry for a long time. I saw the episode with Scanlan, and I cried like a little girl. So it's this.
I don't cry.
No, he doesn't.
No, I'm a soulless bastard.
And except for when it comes to Cubs that you'll never see again.
I never cried. I was very upset over it.
Keyleth, very close to death. I don't know about you. I've never seen someone on Critical Role get a nat 20 against them whilst unconscious and instantly lose 2 death saves.
I mean, it may have happened, but if jog my memory.
Yeah.
She kind of threw away the dice, but it rolled alright.
Yeah, no, she was...
Then she tried to claim it.
Yeah.
It was like her and Taliesin tried to claim it, and then Matt was like...
Yeah. No, what she was doing is she was testing her dice. She was rolling the different ones to see which one she was going to use.
Yeah.
And then Percy kind of looked over and said, 13.
Yeah.
And then Matt was like, but was that a real roll? And Keyleth goes...
And there was an awkward moment.
Yeah.
There was like a bit of a pause. It was just like, oh.
And she's like, no. So she had to roll again.
Someone's sleeping on the couch tonight.
Yeah. The descriptions of Hell were beautiful. I thought Matt did a really good job there. And Keyleth, my God, my heart was like poof, poof, poof. Tyrion turning into the Chain Devil, that was all very clever. Yeah.
So after they managed to get Keyleth up.
Yes.
And
my heart kind of settled once more.
Yeah. Once they got Keyleth off and they kind of moved on to the last chamber, which you could see all the players sweating over, where Matt was just like, take this away, bring in the next one.
Yeah.
They fought a chain golem, so they can actually finally complete. And then they found the sack thingy they needed to destroy. Mm-hmm. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't do
I don't.
No, that's the whole purpose of them being there.
I know. It's just testing you.
Yeah, they destroyed it.
Yeah.
Who destroyed it?
Yeah, it's true. So, Nick, we don't have time, unfortunately, to go into that.
We don't have time on a video camera that would just got
the battery's kind of running.
It's not.
Well, I can see it from here. That red circle.
That's record.
That's the danger battery symbol. It's very similar.
You've got a 1 in 7 chance of getting the right person who did the killing blow to what they were looking for. Who was it?
It was Tova.
No, it wasn't.
Percy.
Nope.
I meant Grog.
Yes.
Yeah, Grog, of course. I knew that.
Cool. What did you think of it?
It was really good.
We're doing a review. We don't even know why they were there. Yeah, Oliver, you tell us what happened.
I remember this perfectly. In fact, it was the strange humanoid figure in the larval, primordial, fetusy sack.
Oh yeah, who destroyed it?
That was Grog, who burst through the door and started hacking it to pieces, thus completing the mission.
Yes.
As we well know.
Yeah, and as we all know.
And completely and totally remember.
So yeah, because they didn't destroy the chain golem.
Right.
So they had to Guardians of the Galaxy out of there.
Yes.
Which is the whole chain. But during that event...
They all had to hold hands.
Yeah. But during that chaos, what did Vex do?
Vex, in an act of chivalry and beautiful role-playing, hands over his Ring of Invisibility, which is a legendary item, no small trinket, and I thought that was... and hands it to Tova.
I just do what I do in my normal D&D games. It's like,
So Tova now has the Ring of Invisibility. A couple of people in the chat did point out that some of the demons do have true sight.
They actually mentioned that in the show too.
Oh, right, yeah.
Matt mentions that at the end.
Yeah. So there are some demons that wouldn't be able to see her, but there are some demons who can see through magical means of camouflage. But I thought it was a beautiful moment. I thought that was...
I don't know whether it fit. Because they just met this person. I mean,
that's true.
And then they give over like a really legendary item to them.
But then I think it was...
And they hadn't known them very long because of how hectic it's been.
But I think that Vex himself would help anyone in that situation, and he saw that would be the only way to really save her and her friend.
Did they have any options? Can you think of anything else? I mean, obviously Tova could have gone with them, but part of Tova's character is that they got... he?
I can't remember if she's playing a guy or a girl.
I'm pretty sure it was a he.
Right.
I think it was he. They still had friends that were locked up in prison. Yeah. And there wasn't technically any other way. Yeah. But, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, there could have been the handing over of some potions or something. Yeah. But yeah, I think I imagine if Vex had have known that some demons had true sight, he might have thought of something else.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
But there's also the thing where maybe that's not the last time they see it, you know? Maybe he'll get that ring back in a future episode.
And that's how we get Dirty back.
Okay, the battery is actually going now, legitimately. So, that's been our first episode of NPCs of Tal'dorei, of Critical Role, episode 93, Bats Out of Hell. I'm Oliver, this is Dave.
Hey!
And thanks for watching, there'll be more episodes every week.
And if you do want to follow us, links are down below in the description.
Yeah.
I do my personal YouTube channel and also stream.
Yeah.
And he does
vlogging, and he's also just taught me how to stream, so there'll be some of that as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. It's been NPCs with Tal'dorei. I'm Oliver, that's Dave. Hey, check you next week.
pretty said that.
I'm allowed to say things too. I want it for emphasis.
We should.
So, just quick recap. Our MVP for this week, Grog, doing a ridiculous more than 100 points of damage in a single move, and the LVP?
And LVP is Keyleth nearly dying.
Very close to
and
dying.
screwing everything
And
up.
potentially locking them in the Nice Hells forever.
And then ruining the campaign because they've got no way.
Now would have been the end of Critical Role.